guys, welcome back to Desi Vlogs. Long time no see. Let's just jump right to the video. So today I'm going to be talking about my first year at North Carolina A&T experience. The first year we finished. So basically, let's get right into it. I think the first thing I'm going to talk about is the biggest thing that really made my experience very low for North Carolina A&T this year, my first year. I'm going to give it one more try because I think it's only fair, it's only right for me to give it one more try to really see if I like it, because I feel like the situation really wasn't the school, it was just like the people at the school more so. So if you are looking at this video and you're coming into North Carolina A&T, this was a good video to look at. Congratulations on your acceptance letters, or if you are just looking in to see if you want to accept your letter. I think the first thing I want to talk about, the biggest thing that nobody ever really talks about, they talk about it a little bit, like you may have but they don't tell us that it is actually like a big thing, a part of your whole experience. Definitely the roommate situation. So I've moved 3 times this year. One time I moved in, then I moved out because that situation didn't work. Then I moved into another dorm and that didn't work out, so I had to move out, and I was in a single by myself, thankfully. So we'll talk about my first situation. I'm not really gonna talk about it because I feel like since I do still go to school with these people, they might think I'm being messy when I'm just talking about my experience more so. But I'm just gonna give you like a little inside scoop of why we didn't fit in the particular room. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're mature enough to talk about the situation, what have happened, what went down. Oh well. Okay, so my first situation, I knew this person from high school, but I wasn't really friends with them and nothing like that, but I didn't want to room with somebody that I didn't really know. So okay, this might be better to room with somebody that, I went to high school with. Turns out to be that was not a good idea. I mean, she wasn't as bad as my second roommate. It was just that she had a boyfriend at the time, and so he was in the space a lot at the beginning, and I was already trying to settle and in the room. So it's just really hard to first of all come to college and then be by yourself for the first time, and then deal with multiple people in your space every time you come back to the dorm, or what I'm saying. And then this is the time where I didn't really start getting social and getting friends until the end, because it was just, I felt like it was really hard for me because I was already stressed about one situation, you know what I'm saying? So I was worrying about one situation at a time, and I didn't want to mix all that in my social life because I felt like that all mixed together. So like I was saying, I really think that was one of the reasons. And then of course there was a situation that blew up, could have been of course handled a better way. Both of our sides, my side could have been handled a better way, her side could have been handled a better way. So it was just us being immature in the situation on both sides of the book. So it all blew up, and it was, oh, you want to fight, and so it blew up, and I had to move, because at this point you saying that you want to fight me, and now I have to watch you every single day when I'm going to sleep. That's not safe. Second room, I was already having trouble finding a new room in the first place, because a lot of girls, they had the room to themselves because their roommates had moved out for any reasons, I don't really know. And so it was already hard. All of them was trying to keep the room to themselves. But if you don't pay for a single room, then you can't have a room for yourself. Somebody else is gonna move in eventually, even if y'all had a situation and they move out, somebody's gonna move in most of the time. So I mean, if you get lucky, you just get lucky. So I was going around and seeing what rooms I may fit in, and the girls were being real funny because they wanted the room to themselves. I understood. I'm like, okay, but I have to move somewhere. I can't stay in the room that I'm in now because this is a safety issue and stuff. So I got into the second room, and I can already tell her vibe. She didn't really like me in the first place, really. I mean, she tried, of course, but it was just you could tell that she didn't really want me in the room because she already had that space for, a certain amount of time, maybe a month or 3 weeks. I don't know. But you could tell, like, you know when somebody's energy is off. So I was able to tell, like, for a while. I was like, you know, I could tell that she really don't want me in this room and stuff like that. Like, you could tell when somebody don't want you in the room, they try to get you out. They do everything to get you out. So that's basically what it was. She was just trying to do everything to get me out. Finally, she got me out of there, you know, with whatever she was telling them. And, you know, me personally, we were both being petty back and forth in this situation, I feel. So I wasn't even mad about it because I got my own room and it landed me a job. So she, you know, this situation was good. It was a good outcome. I got my own room and I got a job for next year. So I'm not even mad about the situation. You know, I was just telling him, like, you know, since the beginning, I've always felt the vibe was off in the room. I didn't feel safe. I stayed up the whole nights for most of the nights because I didn't feel safe in the room at all. So it's just, you know, so what I'm saying is the roommate situation is a really big thing. So if you guys are coming in and thinking that you're going to be best friends with your roommate, you're probably not. Everybody's brought up differently. People's parents and stuff like that be getting involved. And I feel like you're old now, you out on your own. Last thing you really want to do is really get your parents involved, because your parents is not going to be there for you in the real world. They're not going to be able to pull up to your job and tell your manager that they need to do this or that. So you need to learn how to handle situations yourself. So that's why I feel like I got in a good situation at the end. It's because I was learning through the whole process and communicating with people. That's another thing we're gonna start talking about. I rate the roommate situation a 1 out of 10. I would never do it again. You would never catch me with a roommate.
Immediately no. Like instantly, I was like, yeah, no.
You'll catch me probably with an apartment mate type person. You know, they have their own room, I have mine. But you would never catch me with a roommate ever again. I told my mama I knew I couldn't do it because the girls that's at Auntie, a lot of their attitudes is very like, some of their attitudes is very like not open. Once again, I'm just gonna tell you one more time, 1 out of 10. I do not recommend. If you guys can get a single, or if you have like a relative or a best friend that you know, because sometimes that's not good. If you know how they live and if they clean and because sometimes you will break up with your cousin, with your best friend. Just because y'all cousins and best friends don't mean y'all can room together, because once you start living with somebody, you can see their true colors, and that is real. Okay. Communication. They don't talk about communication. They don't talk about how big it is in college. Communication has been everything. The reason why the things happened this year with me was because at the beginning, I thought I had communication down. Trust me, I work. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with people all day. You know, I've dealt with people, I've dealt with kids. I'm thinking that I can deal with this. No. You in the room with somebody, it's something about it. Especially when somebody give you a bad vibe, it's something about it. It's like it gives you anxiety because you don't know how they're gonna respond back. The best thing you can do with your roommate is talk to your roommate in person if there's a problem. In person. Don't go on no social media talking about it like I did in the first situation. No messages. Don't go to your mama talking on the phone while she in the room, because I've had that situation happen to me. Don't be talking about somebody right in their face on the phone. The best way is to approach them and communicate with them in a very maturely way. Don't come to them sideways with your neck turned, because it will be a fight. You guys have to learn how to not come to somebody and do all that neck turning. Y'all have to put that down, because you can't do that in the workplace. You can't come to somebody like that and then expect them to not come back at you in that same manner. So I'm telling y'all, you need to try to communicate. If you have a situation, communicate in person. Don't take that to no message. You need to wait till your roommate get back to the room, meet with her, go eat out, do something. If you feel like you need to go eat out and immediate in an outside place, in a public place, that's even better, because y'all can't yell, y'all can't scream, y'all can't cuss, y'all can't show out. You are forcing yourself to be in a down mood because you're in public. Do you really want to make a scene in public? Think about it. You need to get that communication down. That's one thing that Black people sometimes don't do. Not even Black people, just in general. I feel like in that whole school, the communication thing it's not like a down lock thing. I can just tell. Because I see on social media a lot that they talk about their roommates, but they won't just go to their roommates and just ask them or tell them or help them. It's nothing wrong with communicating with your roommate instead of going online and talking about them. Trust me. I've already went through it. I've been there, done that. I will never do it again. I will talk to you before I even try to talk about you somewhere elsewhere. Okay, yeah, everybody's gonna text their mama, what should I do? But at the end of the day, it's all your mama gonna probably tell you to communicate. Don't go to admin, don't go to RAs, don't do that. If you ain't communicated with that person beforehand, then why should you choose to go? I mean, don't get me wrong, you can email, but they ain't gonna fix none of your problems. It's gonna blow it up. Trust me, it's gonna blow it up. Just communicate, y'all. A lot of professors, they will not email you back. You have to be professional in emails. You have to be professional in person. No matter how frustrated you are, if you go to their office, you need to come to them in a professional way. I don't care how frustrated you are. You need to stay professional, because in the real world, that rah stuff y'all like to do, it's not gonna do nothing but get you fired. It ain't gonna land you nowhere but somewhere else. Not in the workplace, baby. So this year I rate my communication skills. At the end, I rated I'm gonna say a 5 out of 10, a 6 out of 10, because I'm still working on it. It's something really hard. It's very diverse. It's like in everything. Communication is key in relationships and all. We talk about a roommate situation. We talk about communication. Those are like one of the 2 big things I can name on the top of my head about this college thing. All right, now this is for the people that's coming from high school and in relationships. This is number 3. I went into college in a relationship. It's not necessarily bad. I didn't really, you're going to deal with a lot, especially if you have a long distance relationship. You're going to be dealing with some stuff because y'all both are out on your own. Y'all don't have your parents. And if you're in a distance, I kind of like recommend you to, you can try it, because I did try it for, but I'm going to say that, just know we are young and we are growing, and things do happen. And you might have to go through a certain amount of stuff in that relationship, because especially when you're distant. Now, if you're in the same school as your boyfriend, I feel like you probably can stay together. It's probably okay. But now, if something happens, just know you are in a different environment. Y'all are all in a different environment, both of y'all too. It's really a 50-50 if it's gonna work or not. It just depends on your situation and how long y'all been together. But I'm telling you, I think that coming from my experience, I think that you should wait on a relationship, just because it's so much to explore. It's so much for you to grow and learn yourself and grow into. But I'm gonna leave that up to y'all. I just wanted to put my little 2 cents in. I'm not gonna say too much about it, but definitely think that it would be better if you guys just wait on relationships and don't try to dwell on an Aggie love story. Stop trying to find it when you get out here. It's not something that you find. It's something that just kind of finds you. It may or may not happen. So don't come to A&T thinking that you go get you an Aggie love story in your first time, your first year. Don't come out here with that don't come out here with that. This is a big thing for the boys and the girls at North Carolina A&T. Please wrap your things up. Please. We had so many people catching things this year. They have free condoms at the health center. They have a lot of things that they provide to you at the health center. Please don't come out here wilding. Don't do that. You don't know where these girls been. You don't know where these boys been. Don't come out here with that mindset, because every single year people come, and I don't care if I'm a first year student. I know this is every single year because I've been hearing it ever since I've been in high school. Every single year, it's a batch of kids. They come to college, they go wild, and they get multiple people. Just to let you know, do your thing. but wrap that thing up. Wrap that thing up. And ladies, be careful who you give your body to. Protect yourself at all times, because you don't know what these boys do to you. Please, protect yourself. Boys, protect yourselves. Don't fall in love with these little girls this quick if she done got 10. Don't do that. Because I've been seeing it with the boys and the girls. Wrap it up. I don't care what you do, what you are, and what you... First year students. You cannot have your cars. Remember that. You guys, don't bring your cars. You're going to be told. You're going to get tickets. If you don't want gotcha the tow truck company to get you. Gotcha will get you. If you don't want them to get you, do not bring that car. Leave that car at home. If you did not pay for a permit, you don't have a medical excuse, nope. Leave that car at home. Don't do it. Another thing, when you come to this school, I want to let you know, it's Aggie Pride. But let me let you know something. Please be safe out there in the streets, please. G-Ho, Aggie Fest, Any Fest. These parties and stuff, sometimes you need to sit it out. One place you do not want to go, first year students, is cottages. Do not go to cottages. No, that's a no. Do not. I don't care what your friends say. You don't. No cottages. No cottages, okay? We lost some people in cottages. Do not. It's dangerous in certain parties. It really is. Say no to house parties. If it's no security, say no. If it's not secure, it's not in a building, say no. If you're not with your friends out and you're drinking, if you're not with a group of friends that you can rely on, stay home and drink. Stay in your dorm and drink. I'd rather you do that. Stay on camp. Because this is that when you start doing that and you start going out, people take advantage of you. It does happen. People don't talk about it. It happens though. It do. Please make sure you are with people that you trust. I'm not talking about just met and went out. The main people you trust. The people that you've been known for like some months and weeks. Them police be hot. Them police be hot in Greensboro. They will stop you. You don't want that. Please, you don't. I'll probably make a separate video on like maybe, all the stuff that I brung and stuff. You don't need that much, okay? I went all out for sure. Like, if you want to go out, that's fine. But think about it, you have to move all that stuff back home. Moving all that stuff was a pain in the ass, okay? Let me let you know. Coming from a person that does too much and always gonna do too much. Pain in the ass. I moved 3 times, mind you. So, just let you know. It's my 4th time because I'm moving out now. You know what I'm saying? You have small storage. I don't know where you're going to put all that shit at, but okay. I mean, you figure it out. I'm just telling you. Be mindful that you have limited space in most of these places. Let's talk about grades and work. So, you know how y'all like to come in and do all that partying and the girls and and the boys. That can wait. That can wait. Because see what happened this year with, my experience. I wasn't a party girl. I didn't really go out. I had a boyfriend. So, I was, down and loyal. Not saying that you can't go out, girl. If you got a boyfriend, do go out. I just clearly forget that I can still go out. They did all that partying. They went G-Ho. And when it was done, they found out that their grades was looking trash for the first semester. Second semester came. They said, I gotta lock in. That shouldn't be you. You shouldn't have to lock in on second semester. You should have been locked in from the beginning. How you start is how you finish. Remember that. So if you lock in from the beginning and you don't be focusing on everything that you don't need to be focused on, meaning that partying, them girls and the boys, and everything else, relationships and that you're worried about. Lock in first semester. You do not want to have to pull your grades up second semester. Couple of weeks. Second semester goes by that quick. Second semester go by real quick. You don't want to have to be one of those. Now, I've seen people bring them up, but that's not no fun. You putting all that stress and pressure on you Why not just do what you're supposed to do at the beginning, so that way you can just kind of chill second semester. Now, you ain't gonna chill like at the end. I ain't gonna lie. They gonna put that work on your ass. But that's everybody. But at least you know that your grade is gonna be good at the end of the day. Because for me, I was stressed. But at the end of the day, I had all A's, and I knew, if I slack a little bit, it ain't gonna hurt me because it'll drop down to a B, right? So if you do stuff like that, you ain't gotta worry about it. You could be chilling. You know what I'm saying? You kind of chill. It's to the end. That you ain't no chilling there. You gonna have them essays and anyways. But yes, I mean, finally, I think I pretty much touched on everything I wanted to touch on right now. Just go to class. I mean, you don't want to miss it. In certain majors, you really have to go to class. For certain teachers, you really do gotta go to class. Don't miss class, because you literally, if you miss one class, I've missed one class before, and I've missed a lot. You don't want to miss too many days, man. And I think you do get in trouble for it. Don't quote me, because I've never missed so many days where I got in trouble. Try to be there. Also, a general thing. If you're suffering from depression, stress, anxiety, hit me. Socials are down below. I went through all of it, okay? I've been through all of it. I'm telling you right now. As you're watching this, you new, you old, hit me, man. I've been through it, man. I ain't had no friends at first semester. I had a roommate situation. I was stressed about that every single day. It made me depressed every now and then. I try to find outlets. My relationship depressed me every now and then because I didn't get to see him. Listen, if you're dealing with something, I probably went through something similar. Please take advantage of that therapy that we have on campus. We have therapy on campus, counseling. Take advantage of that. A lot of people don't take advantage of that. We've had some suicide things going on in the school before. Just please, guys, please. If you're thinking about those type of thoughts, please go talk to somebody. Whether that's hitting me up, hitting a professional up, hitting a teacher up. Please just tell somebody that you're having those thoughts, man. Please, because it's like you have a reason to live. You do. But it's just, you have to talk to somebody. You can't just keep that in, balling up and walking around the campus like that. No, that's not how it works, guys. If that's the last thing you do, please talk to somebody. I think that pretty much wraps it up. If you're an incoming freshman, have a great year. Be safe. Wrap it up. Don't do nothing too stupid. Don't be in them cottages. Don't go all the parties. Sit some out. Don't get too drunk to where you don't know your surroundings. I mean, y'all grown, right? You grown. So it ain't gonna be easy. Nobody told you it's gonna be easy. So you come in here and you expecting it to be a certain way. I'm gonna let you know now. Make sure you humble yourself. Humble. Stay humble, man. What you finna see is life. It's finna hit you at your face. You finna notice so much stuff during your first year that it's gonna be a dramatic change on yourself. I'm trying to tell you. Please be safe. If you're a transfer student, welcome to North Carolina A&T to both. Aggie Pride. You guys are going to experience some good things and some bad things. As in, like, with yourself maybe, or with the people. But it's life. Enjoy yourself in college. But stay safe. Please go back home to your parents. Make it out of here, man. Walk across that stage. I don't know what class you're in. I know I'm putting this out in 2023. Whatever class you're in, if you're watching this from whatever class, please make it across that stage. Stay in school if it's for you, man. If you're going to trade, that's cool. But letting you know now, Aggie Pride is going to be there through the whole 4. So you guys just have fun. Lift that spirit up, man. And I think that's all I gotta say. I don't know when I'm gonna be back. I do want to put more videos out, but again, I clearly don't know when I'm gonna be back. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing year. To whatever class you're in, have an amazing year, man. Stay safe, get back to your parents, and walk across that stage. Aggie Pride Izzy Ball's out.